Hello. In the last tutorial, I have demonstrated how to use digital schematic DSCH, and uh, we have simulated inverter and NAND gate. I left NOR gate for you people. Today, in this tutorial, I would like to demonstrate how to make a layout for inverter, and in the next successive demonstrations I'll show you how to make a layout for simple gates like NAND gate and NOR gate. So this is the overview of microwind. As soon as you open, in the top left corner it will show what is the grid size. Before that, you just have to select the technology. So go to select foundry, go to file, select foundry. In this you just have to go to the I have selected, so go to microwind folder where you have saved this software backup. Okay, I have saved somewhere here, and open rules. So you can choose any one of these rules. However, the 90 nanometer process, we would like to choose it for today's demonstration. You can choose any of this. So 90 nanometer is the distance between source and drain, that is the length of the channel. If I say open, it has been selected now 90 nanometer. So 5 lambda, the lambda based design rules we have to follow. Those rules will be visible here. Design rules, go to help and see design rules. Suppose if I want to use metals, it must be 3 lambda. Okay, if I want to use poly, it must be 2 lambda. This is obvious because 1 lambda is half of the length, that is L by 2. The gate must be 2 lambda, which is used for poly. Diffusion must be 4 lambda. NVEL must be 10 lambda. So these things we'll be observing while discussing. Again and again we'll be opening these design rules. So let's start with the first step. First, you better adjust this to 1 lambda. This is instead of 5 lambda, you adjust it to 1 lambda by zooming in. If you zoom in, it will increase, the lambda size will increase. Instead of that, you zoom in. Earlier we did zoom out. Okay, now this is 1 lambda. Okay, this is 1 lambda. Okay, so with respect to this, we'll go on doing the layout. So I want to do the layout of inverter. The layout of inverter probably might have did it in the assignment. Also I have discussed in the classroom. So let's start with P diffusion. So P diffusion, if it is equal size, both NMOS and PMOS transistors, if they are equal size, we may not be able to get equal rise and fall time. However, for demonstration purpose, initially I would like to go for equal size. So according to the rule, this must be 4 lambda. If you open the design rules, you will see the P diffusion and diffusion, this must be 4 lambda. So 1, 2, 3. Now it is 3 lambda. If I check design rules here, DRC, so it will give error. Okay, this is wrong. So what we have to do, we have to make it 4 lambda. So as soon as you hit DRC, so this is enabled. This is nothing but stretch or move. So now if I check DRC, there are no errors. And one more thing we would like to go for is there is no use of extending in the x-axis. There is use of extending in the y-axis, which will increase the w. So this is w. W is 4 lambda now, and we'll have n-well for this. So n-well must be extended for 6 lambda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n-well must extend from this to this. Here also I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So something like that we have to do. If I do this, there are no errors. If I say, if I reduce it, it will show error, because the distance between the P diffusion and the n-well must be at least 6 lambda according to this rule. And now I'll go for P diffusion. Okay, P diffusion is over N diffusion. And again the distance between well and diffusion must be at least 6 lambda. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I'll make, again it must be 4 lambda. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no errors, no design errors. So we have n-well. This is the top view. Make sure that you just doing it in the top view. This is n-well and P diffusion inside the n-well. Now this is sorry, P diffusion, n-well. This is n plus diffusion. Now if we use the polysilicon, okay, polysilicon must extend above 3 lambdas. Let me show you what will happen if you do it in between. So 1, 2, 3. Suppose if I do it immediately, say 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 lambda. Okay. Sorry, this must be 2 lambda, not necessarily 3 lambda. So I am stretching it. I just need 1, 2. So I just made it 3. But the extension must be 3 lambda. 1, 2, 3. All these rules can be observed here. We will get an error here. We will get a problem here. Okay, if I check DRC. Okay, one more thing is there. This must go 4 lambda. So what I did, I just took how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is more than 10, but it is showing 6 lambda and 6 lambda. So what we should do? We should stretch it on this side. How much it is now? 1, 2, 3. So I'll make 1 here and I'll extend this here. Let's check. So now no errors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make use of this if you wish. How much it is? If you don't want to count, you can see this is 4 lambda. This is the scale that we can use. Here to here it must be, say, 16 lambda, because it is extending 6 here, and 4 lambda is the width of the P diffusion. So this is total 6 plus 6 plus 4. That is what it is showing. And just if you wish to eliminate this, you can double click, or if you just unclick on this. So you just created 2 MOSFETs. Then there is an error, as I already told. This must extend up to 3 lambda. Okay, so we'll make use of this. We'll extend it for another 2 lambda. So 1 lambda, 2, 3. So now there must not be any errors. Now we need to do the connection for inverter. So connection, So this common gate will make sure that both inputs are connected, so we don't have to do the connection between the gate and the gate. This is a common gate for both. We have to connect one of the inputs, one of the source or drain. It will be decided. So this must be connected to VDD, or directly you can connect VDD here. Okay, that is the simplest way of doing it. Or we can make use of a contact here and then we can connect it to VDD. And N well must also be connected with VDD. So let me connect VDD to N well. Normally if it is too big, we will connect multiple VDDs. Also we need to connect VDD to this. So you can make use of contact. Again I am repeating, I need to you can use metal here to connect. So in this case I have directly connected VDD, which is not a good idea if it is big circuit. Anyhow it is a small circuit, it's okay. Next thing, I need to connect a ground point to one of the okay, view all. Then I need to connect these two. Okay, this become source, this become drain. I need to make use of metal. So since we are doing it in first layer, so let me use metal. Metal must be 3 lambda. Let me go by 3 lambda here. Okay, I have connected. I'll just ensure that there are no errors here. And then I need to connect, so these things will not connect directly because they are at the different layers. So what we need to do is we need to bind them using contacts. There are contact here, N diffusion and metal, P diffusion and metal. So here I need to use P diffusion and metal. Here this is P diffusion, this is P diffusion and metal contact must come and fit here. So this is big. If I connect like this, you will get an error because it will be very close to the gate. So I will try to connect it like this. Though this is outside, it is going to be okay. There will not be any errors. Or else we can extend the diffusion and connect the metal bit on the right side. Next, N diffusion and metal I need to connect because N plus and metal is connected here. So let me connect. So this is all about the connections of gate, source, and everything is ready now. We need to give input and we have to observe the output. Let's give the input using a clock. I am giving input here. I am simply assigning, I am not changing anything. Make input. Okay, this is the input now. I want to see the output, so take this eye diagram, visible node, and connect it here and say output. Say assign. So this is all about giving input and connecting output. We have to simulate it now to observe. I am going to repeat that this is equal size since the mobility of the P transistor is 2.3 times less than the N transistor. Now the rise time and fall time will not be equal. So let's just try to simulate that. You could able to observe. I'm trying to increase it. Hope you can able to see. Let's see more. I'm unable to see rise and fall time. I can able to put here. You could able to see rise and fall times are different. The rise time when it is 1, it is is rising. Rise time is 3 picosecond, which is slow because the transistor p-type transistor is not as equal driving capacity as that of NMOS. So that is what the case. So this is 3 picosecond, it is very less, and NMOS transistor, which is responsible for pulling down, which is doing it very fast, that is 1 picosecond. So if you want to make it equal rise and fall, I need to increase the size of the p transistor. So let's increase the size of the p transistor and make sure it will make stretch. So this is difficult now because it is the transistor has been formed already. So what I do, I'll make a p transistor as twice as that of n transistor. So I'll put another 4 lambda. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. So from this point I'll put p diffusion in attached to this. So I need to extend this now another 3 lambda. So this to 6 lambda. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since it is extended, I can extend metal as well, and I can put one more contact so that it's a good practice. You connect more and more. So I need to connect here. We may get a problem because the contacts may be very close. Let me see, any errors? Yes. So this is a problem. So I need to extend this to have, or else I can simply skip. I'll do Ctrl Z, or I need to take a bullet and hit this. Okay, I need to extend the metal. This I don't want. So let me use only one because I just make sure that it is there, the contact is there, or else you need to extend a p diffusion bit. That is also good practice. Then let's see the output now. It must give equal rise and fall. Yes, you can able to see now. We are getting equal rise and fall time, that is 2 picosecond and 2 picosecond. From 0 to 1 and 1 to 0, now equal rise and fall is happening. The other diagrams you could able to see, which is very important for you people, is input output characteristics, which we studied. You might have observed that earlier, I think I did not show. This would be different. So now at 1.2 VDD, so this is the cutoff point, midpoint, which shows that equal rise and fall. So this is all about inverter. And on the other way, you can make use of simple transistor directly generated, and you can able to get the output. And also I'll show you how to save it. Go to this and select. So here you just have to paste the layout, crop it as much as we want. Before that, ensure that your name is there. So I'll put the text here, your name. So I'll use npm 112 assign So this must come now. Okay. And next thing is simulation. We don't want monochrome, so let me do it. So this you can able to take a print screen of this, and you can able to save it. I can give a settings for you, but it is okay even if you do this much. Okay, this is inverter. When it is 1, the logic output must be 0. So this is all about inverter. We can take this and put it in the paint. Okay, this is also a good idea. So just do this, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.